guys, welcome to Make It Dairy Free. I'm Larisha.
I am Andrew, and today we're going to be taste testing the Everything Legendary plant-based burger. So we recently discovered the Everything Legendary brand on Veg News. We also found out they were on Shark Tank.
Yes.
Right? So looks like on Shark Tank they got a deal with Mark Cuban, who seems to be all over the plant-based stuff.
Yeah. Sounds like he went vegetarian like last year or the year before. And he's pretty much just investing in all of the vegan and plant-based businesses.
You go, Mark.
Just to give a little bit of background about them, it sounds like it started with siblings, and their mom went plant-based for her health. And they wanted to create a better product for her because they didn't like some of the ingredients on the things that were on the market.
Okay.
So they created their own plant-based burgers.
Nice.
They are Black-owned. They partnered with a chef to create the product. The chef is also Black, so the whole business is Black-owned, like everything.
Nice.
And then as far as the ingredients in the product, it is hemp and pea protein based. I have the ingredients here so we could look at it.
Yeah, let's see if there's any stuff
things.
different from most of the plant-based burgers on the market.
As far as allergens go, there is coconut oil inside of it, but no other top 8 allergens.
Okay.
But first ingredient is water. Everything else pretty much looks normal. It's stuff like garlic powder, nutritional yeast, lots of spices and stuff, sugar, tomato paste, raisins.
I wonder if it, say what?
Raisins.
Like actual raisins?
It says raisins and mango concentrate. They pride themselves on having a better flavor than anything else. You're still stuck on the raisins.
Yeah, I am. Okay, yeah, let's see. Yeah.
Orange peels.
When I see ingredient lists like this on the back, although I know like a lot of burgers tend to have like a lot of plant-based burgers tend to have like a good amount of ingredients in them.
Right.
Which isn't my favorite, number one, but number two, when I do see that, I also wonder if it already has like a distinct like seasoning taste to it instead of like the general just tastes like meat.
Right. I would definitely say that this is flavored with all of the different things that are all the spices and stuff that are labeled.
Yeah.
The only thing that I noticed in here that's not like a natural thing that you can pronounce is it does have methylcellulose in it, which is basically like it's a binder. Some people say it's a meat glue. And then, of course, it does say natural flavors, but they are vegan, so it's vegan natural flavors. But everything else is easy to pronounce. You know exactly what it is. But for the most part, it looks a lot better than a lot of the other ones that are on the market already.
Okay. And what makes you say that, I guess, from looking at that list?
I know every single ingredient, for the most part. Like,
oh,
I know what nutritional yeast is. I know what coconut oil is.
As in, like, it's a recognizable thing
Yes.
in the everyday life.
Right. It's not like calcium this, carbonate that.
Sulfate.
Like, yeah.
I get what you're saying. All right, that makes sense.
Right.
How do you get this burger, right? We purchased it online. Can everybody purchase it online?
Yeah, they ship nationwide now.
All right, cool. So, for the most part, everybody could purchase it online. I'm wondering if it's like particular countries they don't ship to, like most places, right?
I think right now it's just in the U.S.
Got it. All right, well, that's helpful to know, right?
Yeah.
So just in the U.S., but they do have some grocery stores listed on a card that came inside of the box that we have, and some places that you can get it that may be near you. They have Acme, Safeway, and Giant grocery store.
There's also like a very fine print here that says it may not be available in all the locations yet. I think this is part of like their Shark Tank thing of getting them into stores.
Yeah.
So it just might not be everywhere yet.
Nice. Okay.
And then I guess I did want to mention, since we did get it shipped to us, something that I thought was really cool. We have the box here. But everything inside of here is recyclable. Like even this packaging, it says like you can compost it, dissolve it in water, or like it's actually, you can burn it. So basically like everything inside of it is recyclable, which is super nice. You don't usually get that. It's usually like styrofoam something or other. So that's amazing, and we like that too.
Everything's green. I kind of want to try the dissolve it in water thing.
You just want to play with it and see what happens.
You see if it actually like does it, you know? So I don't know. I'll
Watch
let you guys know.
Stories.
I'll let you know.
And then just, I guess, as far as like why we want to try this, one, they say that their flavor is superior to any other plant-based burger on the market.
That's a big thing to say right now, because there's a lot of competition, like for real.
I mean, like, even on this little card, like, came in the thing, and even on here, it says, thanks for joining the flavor movement.
Okay.
And then on the back of it, it says, it's going down right now. We stepped up to create a plant-based burger where flavor comes first, period. Like, they say, period. Like, it's not me. Like, it literally says, period.
Yeah, they even capitalized period.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, it says, crafted by a seasoned chef, not a lab technician. We went beyond the impossible, which is beyond the impossible.
Are you taking shots? Look at that.
To deliver flavor worthy of a legend.
Wow.
So
Impossible Burger and Beyond Meat.
In the same sentence.
Taking shots at in the same exact line. Wow. That's big. That's big.
That's something you would say, like that.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of I kind of like it.
Right.
I like it. I don't know. I'm really excited right now. These folks got me hyped. Don't let me down. Don't let me down.
All right. Well, let's stop talking and let's show you what it looks like when it's being cooked.
All right.
All right, so we cooked it up and we have it on a burger bun now with just ketchup. We both just have ketchup, nothing else, so we can pretty much just taste the actual flavor of it.
Yep.
All right, you ready?
So ready.
It it is bigger than the burger bun, which is nice. Usually they're smaller than the burger bun or the same size, so they're a little bigger.
They remind me of like the things you would throw on the barbecue in the back.
Right, like you made burgers bigger.
Yep, you just toss it right in there.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Let's see if they went beyond the impossible.
All right, let's see what happens.
All right, go. Are you gonna make me talk first?
Mm-hmm.
I like it. I think the color is throwing me off a little bit, to be completely honest with you.
Okay.
But I like the texture and I like the taste of it.
Okay.
I still think I would we didn't do anything to it. Like, we didn't put any extra seasoning, like nothing. We literally tested it straight out like we do everything. I would put salt and pepper on it.
Well, I think that's fair for every burger. Mm-hmm. Even before being vegan, salt and pepper was a minimum before you went to go cook it up. My thought on texture, it's pretty spot on.
It's a little soft.
Beyond Meat or Impossible Burger, I do feel like hit the textures a little bit better. Mm-hmm. Because of when you bite this, it kind of breaks up into different pieces, rather than it feels homogenous, like just one burger. You know what I mean? Like, this feels like it was kind of pushed together and formed into a patty.
Yeah, so I feel like there's when you have like Gardine's frozen ones, Impossible, Beyond, like you said, they kind of hold together, and that's like the plant-based burgers, right? Yep. And then you have like veggie burgers that typically like fall apart and they're like super soft when you're biting into it. This is in the middle, leaning a little bit more towards the plant-based burgers.
Yep.
But it is still pretty soft.
Yeah, still a fairly soft burger, and not soft in a way that it's gonna, like, you squeeze it a little bit just to kind of hold on to your sandwich, you're having a problem. I want to say on a scale, 1 to 10, I think it's around that 7.5, 8 range in terms of texture.
What about taste?
Taste, I would say honestly, the taste to me it's good.
It is good.
Like, I really like it. Do I think that they went beyond the impossible? They certainly stack up. I want to say that. Mm-hmm. They definitely stack up. I like the taste a lot.
I do too.
I have to microwave it, which I wonder if it's going to alter the texture a bit. So I'm gonna do that prior to finishing this.
Okay.
But I'm gonna have to do that in order to kind of give more. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, as far as my opinion goes, I agree completely spot on with the texture thing. I do feel like there's they've hit some of the flavors a little bit more than like closer to like a meat flavor.
Okay.
Than what I remember like Impossible Beyond Gardein hitting.
Okay. I think if you're going with a seasoning, just like if you had a meat burger and you got it from Outback and you got the other one from Applebee's or something, like one person definitely does it better in terms of how they season it better than the next, but they both taste like meat. Right. In terms of like actually tasting like meat, Beyond Meat, this is no blow to you guys at all, but I like the taste of their burger. I hate the way I feel after I eat it. And It reminds me of that feeling I had when I ate, too much of a meat burger myself. So I would have to say that they've done a really good job in where the flavor, comes in. The thing I love about this company though is there isn't no crazy ingredient. So I would already gravitate towards here more than there, just because the ingredient list is more appeasing.
Yeah, and it's not lab created whatsoever.
Yeah, like there's nothing injected in here with a needle, Right. So like this feels better to me as an item to eat. But these are now microwaved, and we're about to taste it again just to see how they do it reheated. Why are you laughing so hard?
Because if people have followed us for a while, then they know you're super weird about like various different things. But I don't know that we've ever talked about the fact that you have to have your food very hot or you don't like it. Have we talked about that?
I don't know if we talked about that. That is a fact.
So before this gets cold again, let's taste it, heat it up real quick.
All right. Let's see what happens here.
For me, it tastes the same texture, taste-wise, as it did not so warm. Obviously, it's more enjoyable being warm. Which is funny, because I feel like when we took it off the skillet, by the time we got it on the burger and hit the play button on the camera, it wasn't that long, but it wasn't very warm anymore. Yeah. So what are your thoughts now that it's warm?
I mean, personally, obviously I like it better because it's warm.
Right.
But like the seasoning on this thing, like you don't have to put anything on here. Like literally no extra salt, pepper.
See, but I would.
Any of that stuff. For me,
yeah.
The seasoning is like they nailed the seasoning on here. Like this is it.
Yeah.
I don't know why why? Like it's unnecessary right here.
Personal preference, like memory, like sprinkling salt and pepper on. I don't know.
I really don't see. I don't taste the need for it. Like this is good on its own, and it feels good as I keep eating it better than the other brands we named earlier. As I keep eating this, I don't get that acid feeling of like acid
heaviness.
Reflex or like this is too much. Like I'm like it doesn't feel like all the ingredients that you saw on the back of the label.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it feels good.
Yeah, I feel like Impossible and Beyond and stuff like that, I always feel heavy afterwards, after eating them. And I don't get that with this. Obviously, it's been like 5 minutes, but usually it's like immediately with the other one. So I have no idea what I just said. I said like earlier.
It's like instant regret, right? Like you eat those other ones and you feel good for a second, and then immediately you start getting that. And that can be because we're older, right? We ain't young Thundercats, 18, eating burgers. But either way,
we're not even 40.
I'm just saying, like, my digestive system when I was like in my teens was I could eat anything and it wouldn't bother me whatsoever.
No, you're right.
So that's my comparison. I wasn't saying that we were like had canes or anything walking around. You know what I mean? Although a cane might make me a little, you know, pimp juice a little bit. What?
Okay, so let's talk about the price. You can buy an 8-pack or a 16-pack, and right now it says coming soon plant-based ground meat. Okay, so this is based at Target.
Okay.
Where we live. 2 Impossible burgers are $5.49.
Okay.
So that's $2.75 a burger. The Beyond burgers are $5.30 for 2 burgers. Target also has their plant-based burger for $4.79 for 2 burgers. We've tried those and they're decent for just a
I would buy
$2 burger.
I would buy those over the Impossible Burger and, you know, Beyond Burger, just due to the fact that the price is so much better. I'm cheap, so you know, I'm throwing it out there.
The Gardein burgers, $4.19 for 2 burgers, so that's $2.10.
Yep.
Per burger. This for an 8-pack.
Okay.
With they have a discount right now.
Okay.
15% off, free shipping for all of their stuff. So with the discount, it's $64 for an 8-pack, which is $8 a burger. Now the 10-pack, the 16-pack, sorry, I'm using a calculator, comes down to $6.38 a burger. So it comes down. But again, I think we have to preface this with the same thing that we prefaced, like the Herbivorous Butcher, Daring, like those type of companies that they are brand new, they're vegan, they can't drive the market down on their price because they're not in a lot of stores. It will eventually come down like Just Egg did, like all of these things. Like from my understanding, like they just got into stores with the Shark Tank deal. You know what I mean? So they will come down eventually, please, hopefully. But that's where they are at this moment. Would you recommend that everybody try them once, knowing that, with you being cheap?
Well, I mean, at that price, I think it's about like your support, right? Like I think at that price, it's no longer you're buying just the product.
Spending $100 and supporting, you know, a plant-based business that is actually fully plant-based. You're not supporting like, you know, a major company that is, you know, some things are plant-based, some things aren't. Like that's beneficial as well. You're essentially getting a restaurant quality burger.
Certainly.
At your house. You never have to leave. You don't have to go anywhere. It's shipped straight to you.
Yep.
You have to spend a couple minutes cooking it up. But if you're willing to pay it in a restaurant, why not pay it to them directly?
All right. So to close this out, we're going to go over quickly the pros and cons.
Yes.
So we have them written down here, so I'm actually going to, you know, read over them.
We didn't want to forget anything.
Yeah. So starting with the pros, it's a thick patty, which I think is great, right? Because you get a lot of burger for the money that you're paying. It cooks from frozen and it's quick to cook. So that's 2 different pros. And why we like that is that, like, how annoying is it when you forget dinner and then it's like just an hour away from dinner and then you have these burgers and you're like, ooh, I could use it.
Yep. But
then you pull it out and it says you gotta thaw it out first.
And it's so many of the plant-based burgers that you have to thaw out first.
Especially if you have kids, because you know, you're always trying to prep something an hour or a half hour before dinner time if you had kids. We also documented that it's not too greasy when cooking, which is a plus because, you know, I talked about us having canes earlier. So, you know, it being a greasy item, in order to, you know, get down, that was always, for me, you know, upset my stomach, or it was just too oily. But it wasn't quite appeasing to me.
I think as like a new vegan, like some of like the greasiness around some of the plant-based burgers is cool just because it makes you remember the same like feeling.
Yeah.
But then you don't feel good afterwards, so it's not, then it just doesn't help you.
It reheats well. So, you know, we microwaved it. And it lost nothing from being microwaved. It was just as good.
As far as the cons, we did want to go over a couple that we noticed, just because we try to keep it honest here and give you our full opinions and not just everything is hunky-dory.
And we bought this on our own.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? No one gave this to us, so no one's paying us to say anything here that we don't want to say.
Yeah. So one of the cons that we noticed was that the burger on the website and on the printable that came with it, it's not called a printable, but the pamphlet, flyer, whatever.
Okay. Yeah.
This looks like a burger that you would get in a restaurant.
Okay.
It did not look like that when we were cooking it. It was more like pinkish red, and this is like burger's been on the grill cooking for a while.
This burger here that they have looks like it was cooked in like
Flame
where the
broil.
fire's like just like flaming up everywhere.
They bought out a Burger King to cook
Yeah,
it under
exactly.
the flame broilers.
So and we wouldn't say that's like a complete con either.
Yeah.
It's just the fact that you look at it and you're like, oh, I cooked it. It's almost one of those things that if you're newer to that, cooking or that serving, making up your own food like that, you're probably gonna be a little like, wait, is something wrong with mine when you look back and try to, compare it with the picture.
Right. Like, did I not cook it long enough? Do I
Yep.
need to keep cooking it? Then you keep cooking it longer, thinking
Yep.
if you can get it to that color, and then you overcook it, then you don't like it,
Yep.
then you wasted your money. Like, it's just like this whole thing. The price is a little out of reach for a lot of people.
Yeah.
So that is a con just overall, but we're hoping, the more that we spread the word of companies like this, we can, everybody can buy and we can drive the cost down and get them into more places
Yep.
and stuff like that. So hopefully it comes down, but as of right now, it's just much higher than a lot of the other ones.
You also mentioned that within that price included, I think you said the shipping, right?
Yeah, so you have to take that into account too. And then just the other thing that you can't just buy this everywhere yet. Like, it's not in a Whole Foods, a Target, a Walmart, anything like that. Hopefully they will be in there one day. If any of you guys are watching this video, contact Everything Legendary and get them into your stores.
Yep.
But that's a little bit of a con right now.
I think other than that, the cons list, funny enough, is no different from any brand new, item that's come out to the market, right? It's all of the things are pretty much the same. The availability, that's always something that is a con for a startup. A company starting to get their name out there.
Yeah, and I mean, this is just obviously like us trying to think of the overall encompassing everything. Some people wouldn't say that that's a con at all. So overall, I think that it was just a great product and we are super impressed with them. All right, guys, we hope you like this video. If there's another brand that you want us to try, leave a comment down below and let us know who it is so we can order it and taste it. If you haven't yet, we would love if you could like this video and subscribe if you aren't already. And anything else?
Check these folks out. Let us know what you think. And believe in good.
Bye, guys.
Peace.